we are together again on the radio. And I received a letter. This letter came to me in the middle of the night. I was up late at night one night this week. And I happened to log on, downloaded my email, and this letter came in from a listener. Dear Tom, I'm writing you this email at 3:17 a.m. You've heard this story 1,000 times. I live on the West Coast. I'm 52 years old. I've been married, by the way. How many of you this will be the future for, okay? This is the future, boys. I want you to hear this. Been married 21 years, no children, make about $100,000 a year. I pay the monthly house payment of $2,000 per month. Pay a car note of about $700 a month. Pay the upkeep on the house, flowers, handyman, etc., $500 a month. My wife makes the same amount of money, about $84,000 a year. She pays the water, phone, and buys the food. We have no kids. We have had sex about 4 times in the past 2 years. She will appease me about 6 times a year with oral sex. My family and friends expect us to be the only couple to have had one marriage. We've known each other since high school and dated for 7 years after college. See, this is your future. If you marry the high school sweetheart or the college girlfriend, this can be you. He said, I should have known something about 20 years ago when I met my father-in-law at the same bar at the same time for the same reason. You know how they say the mother is the future? It is. Or she is. He says, Tom, I don't want to be a failure. If you marry the high school sweetheart or the college girlfriend, this can be you. He said, I should have known something about 20 years ago when I met my father-in-law at the same bar at the same time for the same reason. You know how they say the mother is the future? It is. Or she is. He says, Tom, I don't want to be a failure. I bought my wife every nice outfit to give her some sex appeal. But she's not the same. We used to do things like ride motorcycles and dance the night away. Now she has gained 4 dress sizes, put on 50 pounds, and won't exercise. I have to spank 4 times a week. Sure, we have the nice house, the pool, the 2 acres, etc. But there is a deep, empty soul here. Signed, your listener of 20 years. Wow. Now, you will see here that this man was not looking for permission to have an affair, was not asking for advice. He's not banging around. He's done everything he's supposed to do. He's gotten kicked in the stomach. Now he sits up at 3:17 in the morning writing letters to people like me. The reason I read this to you on the air is twofold. One is, I want you young boys to know where these things can end up. When you don't have your fun early, when you don't dump that bitch, she doesn't put out, You tolerate the weight gains, the laziness, the arrogance. You tolerate that. This is what you get. This man's 52 years old. He's certainly not in our target demographic. But he provides a very good example for where your life could be heading. You want to know something? I don't think this is the first time he's been up at 3:17 a.m. In fact, I'll bet he's spent a lot of lonely nights up late, wondering, how did I get here? What am I doing? Why didn't I do something about this before? The second reason I read this letter on the air was so that those who are in the same boat will call in and tell their stories. Do you find yourself up late at night, alone, thinking, wondering, writing, not knowing what to do? Your marriage is crap. You just sit there. I have an office in my house. It's on the bottom floor. The whole bottom floor of my house is my office. It's where I prepare the show every day. And there was a period of time when every night, late, I would go down there with a candle lit, jazz playing, glass of wine, and think, what do I want to do? How did I get to this point? Why didn't I fix this? Why couldn't I fix this? And I was just there night in and night out. Nobody knew I was there. Nobody knew what I was doing. Really, what I was doing was nothing but thinking. Are you in that kind of relationship? One that keeps you up at night? This is not as titillating as the people who say, I'm having an affair, I'm going out, I'm banging my receptionist. Because I know the letter writer probably hasn't done that. It's just keeping him up at night. Is that you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I chose to stay a virgin for my own personal reasons.
Why'd you stop being a virgin then?
Because I needed it.
You needed it.
Hell yeah.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis, only on Hot Dog Tennis. Now.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Are you losing sleep over your marriage? Losing sleep. Robert on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Hi, Robert.
Well, what you just said, man, kind of fits me to a T. It's just kind of, I've never talked to anybody about it, but it's, I've only been married a year and a half. I'm still pretty young, but it's hitting home. It's already, what that guy was talking about, it's already starting with me, you know what I mean?
How so? What's happening?
Well, the sex ain't the same. It's just, our interests are changing, her interests are changing. She's gaining a little bit of weight, you know, it's all starting. And it scares the hell out of me listening to what that guy said. You know what I mean?
It's your future, Robert.
Exactly. And I don't know. I mean, of course, I love her, and everything is going pretty good besides that. But man,
you're a man, and sex is very important.
You're damn right it is.
And in order to have sex, you have to get hot looking at her naked.
That is correct.
And now that she's got you wired in, trapped, as it were, now she'll do whatever she wants. Gain weight, cut her hair short, whatever.
Yeah. And that just kind of worries me, man. What do you think I should do? What would you do if you're me?
Have you told her that these are issues for you?
No, not yet.
Why not?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't want to. Well, I don't want to hurt her feelings. I guess probably.
Pal, you can't worry about that.
Yeah.
You get one life. You know that?
Yeah.
You don't believe in reincarnation or afterlives, do you? This is it.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
And you're a man. Sex is very, very important. You didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It was better before too, man. That's what kind of sucks about the whole situation is it was better, you know.
Of course it was, until she got your name on the dotted line.
Yeah.
I mean, why are you worried about hurting her feelings? What about your own feelings?
I don't know. I guess I just think about her more than me, I guess.
Well, she's not thinking about you, obviously.
Yeah.
But you deserve part of the blame because you haven't told her.
Yeah, that's true.
Before you have kids or anything, you have to tell her that you will not stay married to her under these circumstances.
Because, yeah, kids are the next step with us, I think.
Well, then you better make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, I know, man. I've been listening to you for a long time now, and trust me, I've been thinking about it quite a bit.
But you need to tell her.
Yeah.
You need to say it. I didn't say be mean about it. Just be honest. You are not going to stay with her.
If she doesn't start, whatever. Yeah.
You signed up for what you got before you got married. That's what you signed up for. And that's what you want. And you won't accept anything less.
Yeah, that's what I need to say to her.
Yeah, you have to say it soon, too. One day, are you using birth control, Robert?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I mean you, not her.
No, they're just on the pill.
Right, well, one day she's going to forget to take it. Oops. Are you hearing me?
Oh, God, yeah, I sure am.
That's going to happen.
Trust me, man, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I haven't talked to anybody about it. You're the first guy I talked to about
All
it.
right.
So.
Well, I'm telling you, you use a condom.
She's going to think something's weird, though, now.
No, you're going to tell her why you're doing it. You're going to tell her that you want to make sure the two of you don't have kids until this issue is resolved. Think she won't wake up when you say that?
Oh, God, yes, she will.
Yeah. You have to tell her that. You have to tell her that if things don't go back to the way they were before you got married, which includes her getting back to the weight she was back then, which includes having sex as often as you used to, you're not going to wait around. You're not going to have kids with her. You're not going to get to a point where you're trapped like this guy whose letter I just read. He's trapped.
Yeah, he is.
You're not. She thinks you are.
Oh, yeah, she thinks she's got me where she wants me, I'm sure.
Well, that's what she thinks.
Yeah.
But you've only been married a year and a half. Even if you got divorced, at most, you'd be paying her 9 months of alimony.
Yeah.
Now is the time to resolve these issues. Now.
All right, man, I'm going to take your advice. I'll do it.
All right, Robert. Let me know what happens.
Will do. Thanks, bro.
All right. Appreciate the call. God damn. I'm so glad we got to him before it got to be too late. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking to people who are losing sleep over their marriages. Is that you? Beaten dogs. All of you. Mary on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Huh?
Hello?
Mary?
Yes.
Is that your name?
Yes, hon.
Yes, Mary. What can I do for you?
Hi, I got 50 pounds overweight, and my husband just doesn't like me anymore. What do I do? I'm young and I'm married. I don't know what to do.
You know what? This is a crank call, dear, and it's not even a very good one. I know because I've made them all my life. So how about you talk about the real issue like the one you discussed with Dee? Bitch. 1-800-5800-TOM. Oh, it was hard to see that one. Jesus. Hector on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing?
All right, Hector.
Well, this is my situation. Been married almost 5 years. No children. Been losing a lot of sleep. I want a family. I'm getting a little, little heartbroken over this. My wife doesn't want any children, you know.
Did she never want children?
Well, no. Well, in the beginning when we dated, I married my wife. She was a virgin. Okay, so I'm the only man that she's ever been with.
That's what I always warn guys not to do, but you did it. Okay,
well,
go ahead.
I mean, I'm a recent listener. You know, I got turned on to you by some guys at work. I listen to you driving home, and I hear some of the stories, and I can relate. You know, some people might think that, oh, people just call in and it's BS, but you know what? It actually is real problems.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, I come from a big family. I have 6 brothers, 6 sisters. You know, my mom and dad, big family, and I want a family. And
Did you discuss this with your wife before you married her?
Oh yeah, we discussed it.
And she said she wanted children.
Yes, she did.
All right. And when did she change her mind?
After she graduated from school, after I put her through school.
So you put her through school, and then she got a career, and then she got really into her career and didn't want to have kids.
Exactly. And it's like, I'm 30 years old, she's 31, and I'm Hispanic, and, you know, being Hispanic, a family means everything.
Of course.
And, you know, I see my family on Christmas and Father's Day, and, you know, it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And I have just that emptiness in my heart, you know, that I feel that no one can give me. You know, I love my wife. I know she loves me. I have never cheated on her. I've never hit her. I've never done nothing like that. But I don't know what to do. I don't know if, you know, just say, you know what, give her an ultimatum and say, if you don't want to have kids, I'm done with this.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Hector, but that's exactly what you have to do. Understand, I once had the opposite situation, but equal. When I was 18, I got married, and I did not want to have kids. We discussed it before we got married, and I was very specific. I may have been 18, but I knew what I did and didn't want to do, and I said, if you don't know what you want to do, or if you think you want to have kids, don't marry me. You can date me. If you want, we can live together, but do not marry me, because I'm telling you I'm not going to change my mind. And after I got married, poof, she changed her mind. And that was the point where I said, look, if you're changing your mind, I'm out. Your wife has changed her mind.
Yeah, she has, and it's like it's got to the point where, you know, for the last 6 months, we're sleeping in separate rooms. We haven't even had sex in like 7 months, you know, and it's just like...
That's strike 2.
And it's just like, at first we thought that, if it was, you know, if we couldn't conceive, we went and, you know, got tested and everything came back positive, and I was like, well, I know it's not me because, you know... I was
probably on the pill and not telling you.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. Are you losing sleep over your marriage? It's Chris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Chris.
Yeah.
Busy over there?
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead, Chris.
No, man. I've been with the same girl for coming up on 7 years. Been married for 2.
7 years. Well, let's review. You're 22.
22.
That means you've been with her since you were 15.
Just about, right.
Right.
Quite a while. She's crazy, man. She's got a thing of depression going on. Yeah, she's pretty much screwed up on pills, which wasn't that big of a deal to me before I married her. However, got married now, and...
She's screwed up on pills, and she was screwed up before you married her. Why'd you marry somebody like that?
I don't know. I've been with her for so long.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't you care about yourself?
Yeah, I care about myself, and I'm realizing that now.
Now you're realizing.
Yeah, right. Kind of late. Yeah.
What do you mean it's kind of late? You're only 22.
Well, I mean, I'm married now.
Well,
I mean...
Yeah, you can get divorced, too.
Right. I mean, the bar's crazy. I mean, it's my wife, you know. I mean, I don't know. About
about 2 months ago, I talked about divorce, and I think it scared her. And I gave her an ultimatum pretty much. Told her you're going to start cooking, cleaning, doing this.
Well, wait a minute. Was she doing that before you got married?
Yeah, she was.
No, not really.
No, well, after we got married, it all stopped.
That's when it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I always talk about that, how in the United States, it's the goal of women to get you to sign that marriage agreement.
Right.
Once they get it, then they stop trying.
Yep, exactly. Well, then about 2 weeks ago, we were, she told me that she stopped taking birth control about 2 months ago.
She told you that?
Yeah, which is right about the same time that I gave her the ultimatum, so I think it scared her. I think she's trying to trap me now.
Uh-huh, so why are you having sex with her?
I'm not. I haven't.
You haven't had sex with her in 2 months?
No, it was about 2 weeks ago that she told me this.
Oh, 2 weeks.
We haven't had sex since then, due to the fact I told her, she's going to get back on birth control before this, even think about it.
Right, but even then, you'd be trusting her to get back on birth control. Why don't you use condoms?
It's a good idea.
Then you have control.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think about it a lot. I mean, I want to leave, you know what I mean? But I don't know. She's girl's nuts. I mean, last time that I brought it up, started cutting herself and stuff like that.
Well, it's not your problem.
What's that?
That is not your problem.
Yeah, but regardless of that, I don't know. I still love the girl,
Well, great. Then you take it to a psychiatrist's office and tell her there.
But that's what she's doing now.
What? She's going to a psychiatrist?
Yeah, and then it doesn't really help either. Her dad's a doctor, so she calls her dad and it's like, hey, Daddy, this and that and this, and he starts giving her pills and ordering prescriptions for her, and next thing you know, she's all screwed up on pills. And
what kind of pills does she take?
Vicodin, Valium, Soma.
Why are you there?
I don't know, man.
Oh, pal.
What do you mean, how have I stuck with it this long?
Why are you there today?
That's what I'm asking myself.
Well, why did you get out?
I don't know, I should, huh?
Yeah, like tonight.
How should I break it to her, though, you know what I mean? I mean, it's to the point where it's almost like we're best friends now, you know what I mean?
Go to her psychiatrist's office.
Talk to the psychiatrist?
No, you go with her.
Okay.
While you are there, that's where you tell her.
Tell her that I don't think it's working anymore? Or?
No, you tell her that you're leaving effective that moment.
Okay.
So that anything she wants to do, the psychiatrist will be there.
Wow. That was the man.
And then you have a place ready to go. An apartment, a room, whatever.
Well, I got my own house, so...
You do?
Yeah, I'd have that taken care of.
And you're not living in it?
No, I'm living in it. I mean, we're both living in it.
Well, so what are you going to do, lock her out?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? If you do that, you realize that she could sue. I bet you don't have a prenup.
No.
Therefore, it's her house, too, and she'll end up getting you thrown out of your own house.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm in the military, so it's a military house. Therefore...
So you don't own it?
No, I don't own it.
Oh, all right. Well, then I recommend you find a place to live.
Right.
Why? So you find a place to live, and then you find out when she's going to the psychiatrist, and you ask her if you can go along.
Okay.
When you get there, the psychiatrist will ask her a bunch of questions and probably ask you some questions, and you're going to say right off, this isn't working, this isn't what I signed up for. My wife is popping pills. I'm 22. I don't want to throw my life away. And therefore, I'm leaving effective right now. And then leave.
Nice.
That way, if she threatens to do anything crazy, like commit suicide or cut herself up or whatever, she is with the psychiatrist. That way, you don't have to be responsible.
Right.
That way, you don't have to feel guilty.
I see what you mean.
You see?
You think that's going to work? I mean, like...
Yeah, well, what is going to work? Who cares what happens after that? You need to get out on your own and away from her.
Yeah.
Before she gets knocked up, and then you're going to be stuck to her forever.
Yeah, right. See what you mean, man.
And the next thing you're going to do, pal, is you're not going to have another serious relationship for another 3 years. Don't laugh.
No, I see where you're at.
That's where you went wrong in the first place.
Right. Yeah. It's been a long time.
No, it's time to have a relationship with somebody else that is casual, or preferably 3 or 4 somebody else's.
Yeah. All right, man.
Now, are you going to do this or not?
Yeah, I'm going to do this.
There's no reason for you to stay there.
I know.
So get out.
All right. You advise up, man.
All right. Good luck to you. Thanks a lot.
You want him?
Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. We're talking to people who are losing sleep over their marriages. And by the way, I will also take on all comers. If you have a problem with the advice I'm giving these people, I'll be happy to listen. I won't agree with you, but I'll be happy to listen. 1-800-5800-866. Let's say hello to Matthew on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, how's it going there, Tom?
All right, Matthew.
All right, first-time caller, first-time listener.
Cool.
Yeah, I just listened to your program, man, and I think I fit in that category somewhere.
Tell us.
Yeah, actually, you know, man, I've been in this marriage like 2 years, and, man, it's been a lot of stuff that's been changing, you know. A lot of stuff is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going through it. Well, you know, I'm a stepfather, and I got the point where.
So you married a single mother, strike one.
Okay, and I got I got 2 daughters, and they're kind of like, you know, talking about their time as being.
See, wait, you have 2 daughters of your own?
No, I have 2 daughters.
Oh, they're stepdaughters.
Yeah, they're stepdaughters.
Okay.
Okay. And the whole thing is they're feeling like I'm taking up most of their time, which I'm really getting no time. You know, because of the kids. The kids are constantly saying, "Oh, you're spending time with him," but I mean, half the time I'll be upstairs in the bedroom by myself, man. Mm-hmm. You know, and then a lot of times they take off and they go do stuff. Don't nobody, you know, say, Matt, you want to go? You know.
Well, you mean the stepdaughters go out with their mother?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
And they leave you alone at home?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. How old are these girls?
I got one that's 11 and one that's 18.
Uh-huh. And an 18-year-old who is an adult, are you paying her bills?
You got that right. I'm paying her bills and can't even get her to go out and try to go get a job.
Uh-huh. And what's been changing with your wife?
Well, my wife is actually, you know, it's like I try to say the right things, you know, to tell her to do, or this is how you should do it, but she doesn't do that. I mean, it's like we're taking care of my 18-year-old daughter, and she's doing a lot of stuff that you need to work for that. I mean, we're both out here working for it to try to give you your little bit you can get, and then she's not trying to do nothing for herself.
How about your sex life?
Sex life is it started off to be great, and it actually, you know, it's kind of taking a crap now.
When you say it's taking a crap, how infrequent is it now?
It's not good at all. I mean, when I'm sitting up in the bedroom by myself, you know, trying to find out what to watch on TV, and when she does come upstairs about 10 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock at night, and by then I'm getting ready to get ready for work because I got to be out by like 4.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, basically, I'm actually upstairs waiting on my wife to come upstairs. By the time she gets upstairs, I'm asleep.
And have you told her this is unacceptable?
I've told her several times, man.
And what does she tell you?
She doesn't tell me nothing but defend herself. You know. Like,
and what is her defense for not having sex with you as often and staying out with her daughters all the time without you coming along? What is her excuse for that?
Her excuse is that I need to spend time. I got to spend some time with my children. I can't spend all my time with you.
Uh-huh. But she doesn't spend any time with you. Is that the deal?
That's actually the deal. I mean,
why do you tolerate it?
You know, I'm a very tolerating person. I can't tolerate a lot, but I mean, there's just a little. That's too much, you know.
All right, then what are you going to do about it?
Man, I've been actually thinking about leaving. You know.
Why are you thinking about it? Why don't you just do it?
You know, I mean, Tom, it's hard. It's actually hard, you know, because, you know, you kind of have that love for this person, but then you still, you know, look back to find out that...
She doesn't love you enough to have sex with you all that often. She doesn't love you enough to spend more time with you.
Yeah.
She's already made her decision.
Yeah, true. You're right.
She got what she wanted. She got you to pay the cost of her children. You to pay most of the bills, if not all of them.
Uh-huh.
She got what she wanted.
Sure, man. I wouldn't like that very much.
So, you know what? You have to take away what she needs.
And you know what? And you're right. Because I think, to be honest with you, man, I think the only thing I am is I'm a means of support.
Well, I'm telling you that's what you are.
And okay. And that's what I've been looking at. Just by the stuff that I've been going through in this marriage, that's what I actually been looking at. I've been looking like I'm just a provider.
That's what you are.
And it's like, I even get to the point sometimes, like one time she was saying that I guess one of the fathers of one of the kids was welcome to the house. And I said, I don't think so. I said, not in my house, not unless somebody, actually talked to me about it. He said, that's wrong. How could you do that when that's their kid's father,
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know why you're there.
Okay.
And why that 18-year-old's father isn't paying her bills, that's something I'd like to know.
Right. That's what I know I'm right, because everything you're telling me right now is what I be telling her. And I say, well,
yeah, but why don't you just stop paying?
Well, I really can't, because I'm living at the house, too.
What do you mean you can't?
Well, I mean, the house is in my name.
Right.
All the bills are in my name.
Right, but you don't have to pay her credit card bills or pay for her clothes. You don't have to do it. She's an adult.
Right, exactly.
She's an adult, and she's not your child.
Right.
So why don't you tell her that you're not doing it anymore?
That's what I need to tell her.
Yeah, but you have to, be a man, step up to the plate and tell her it's stopping effective immediately. That's it.
You're right. You're right. I mean, because my wife is very bull-headed and stubborn, domineering almost.
I mean, we'll call her right now if you want.
Ooh, man.
We'll settle this right now.
Yeah, we could.
Because I got balls. I have nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, man, excuse me on that one. Charles, I got to go home, too, man.
I understand. Believe me, it's going to get a lot more interesting at home. Your wife's going to pay a lot more attention to you when you tell your daughter you're not paying her bills anymore.
Because, I mean...
You watch how much more attention your wife pays to you then.
Probably, she might pay some attention to me. I don't know about that one.
Well, this is step one. Cut off the daughter.
Yeah. And it's like I say, she's in college and she's back in New Orleans.
Well, the reason she doesn't get a job is because you make it so easy for her not to get a job.
That's true. I mean, so much of this stuff you're saying, I mean, I say it to myself, and yet I still be doing these things.
Well, now you got to do something about it.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
If they hurt me, I stop loving them.
There's no second chance forgiveness.
If someone took a knife and put it in my heart and I survived, I could not come out of the hospital and say, I love you, man. I couldn't do it.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Gabriel on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Okay, Gabriel.
I agree with you 50%, but not all the way, because I believe humans, they're not that strong. Like, maybe you're strong, like you said, in your character, and you could do it, but a lot of people can't do that. They can't just say, you know what, you have to leave, or you got to do this.
Well, that's why they're still there suffering, because they don't have the strength that I have.
Right. But can I ask you a question? When your wife said she wanted to have kids, did you do it right there and then? Did you say stop right there?
Yes.
You did? And
yes.
Then she was out?
No, I told her that we had an agreement, that she was changing the terms of the agreement. She told me she was going to stop taking the pill, and I said I was going to stop having sex with her. And she had about 6 weeks to decide if she wanted to change her mind. I slept on the couch. And finally, after 6 weeks, we did not come to an agreement, and so I walked out the door and never came back.
Okay. See, like, that's what I said. You might have balls, like you said, but other people are not like that. That's why.
Well, they need to get some goddamn balls. That's why they're so miserable. It's because they don't have any testicles, for Christ's sake. Our email address, Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.